Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, this is not a clickbait. It's literally how drip can never go to zero. So any of the fighters out there saying drip goes to zero, they're wrong. And it's actually mathematically impossible. And we're going to get into that right now with a little breakdown of our friend, the reservoir. So right now, the drip price as of this video is 681. Whenever you see it, it could be different. But I've done videos on this before, and shout out to the reservoir community for, putting together amazing content to make us aware of how the reservoir works. So it's definitely a sleeping giant in the drip ecosystem. And there was recently an event by the Drip Community Alliance that pumped the reservoir. I think up to 150 BNB was deposited. Let me see, that's in here somewhere. Pull that up. I missed it. I was in Bangkok during that time, but I definitely wanted to highlight that because that is super empowering for what the drip community can do and has done. I'm not seeing it right now. They had basically an event, and I think 150 BNB total was added to the reservoir. Let me find that. So this was the event. And again, shout out to the communities for doing this, right? So the Drip Community Alliance, they're just a bunch of drippers. They're supporting a orphanage in Africa, and they've helped people with wallet issues and donations, all sorts of stuff. They do games and stuff in the group. I'm not super active in there, but they do a lot of amazing stuff. And they put this event together. And then Stunner Breezy did a video on it. But the point of this is that this is community driven, and by them doing that and then getting some other YouTubers, I didn't even cover it. I didn't see a lot of other people covering it, to be honest, but somehow, some way, they still were able to get 150 BNB deposited into the reservoir. And that is, again, what I'm going to show you in this video, how integral the reservoir is and why we will never go to zero. So there's all these sit rep reports that get put out that I'm going to talk about, but I was trying to find the one post about how much they had got added, and let me pull that up. All right, here's the post I was looking for. So happy to announce, with the support of Stunner Breezy and many other YouTubers, we were able to get more than 150 BNB into the reservoir. So again, shout out to the Drip Community Alliance and the Drip Reservoir Telegram chat. But what I want to get into is why drip can never go to zero, and in order to do that, gotta explain to you guys what the reservoir does and how it works. So short description is that the reservoir permanently locks drip tokens and BNB into the contract. So here's directly from the drip wiki. When BNB are deposited, the reservoir smart contract interacts with the fountain swap contract by buying 50% of the value in drip to create drop. So when you come over here and you deposit BNB, it then goes over to the swap tab, the back end, basically on the contract, and it pulls 50% of what you had from the supply. So it pulls it out and it locks it into another contract in a reservoir, meaning it's gone, it's locked, you can't pull it back out. It's actually paired together and creating a permanent price floor. So that's what this is stating here. In doing so, the drip are subtracted from the total supply, and as they are no longer available to the market, support the value by reducing the circulating supply. So they're pulled out of the circulating supply, and then they're paired with BNB, and now you have locked liquidity. And I'm sorry, this locked liquidity is here. So creating your drop token is this part. The locked liquidity is here. At the same time, 30% of all depository world fees are permanently locked, the equivalent in drip with the fountain swap tab. So this is just to create the token. So sorry, I misled you guys with that. That's to create your initial drops that you actually get. Then this is the locked portion. So 30% is locked. Now we can get into the actual numbers and why, again, drip can never actually go to zero is because when you look at the sit rep that they put together, so they're actually showing you how much BNB that we have acquired. I'm sorry. The target is here and the amount acquired is here. So currently we have 8.27K worth of BNB and almost 9,000 users. And the current drip supply is 342. As of this report, it updates every minute, I think. And here's the important part: lock drop support. So the actual floor of drip, the hardened price floor, which are locked forever in the reservoir, is 70 cents. So you may be like, oh my God, that's not enough. That's almost zero. Well, no, this is nearly $1. And the drip, we can get drip to lock up enough, use the reservoir to lock up enough drip to literally have drip at $1. You're still, remember, you're looking at getting 3.65x on your deposit, up to 100,000 drip tokens and about 40,000 in taxes. So that'd still be like $60,000 at $1. And it'll never go there, but that just shows you that it can't go to zero, because these drops, which is drip and BNB, are permanently locked in the contract. This is our actual price floor right here. Now, this is the adjusted price floor based off of the current floor price and the supply of drip and the current value of BNB. Just a quick message: please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel, as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. So right now we're sitting at about 683. So technically the reservoir is holding us up in this bear market because we are sitting at 679 to actually do the swap. And also in this information, they show you what our actual price of drip would be if we did not have this amount of liquidity locked in. Well, it's not locked, not all of it's locked, but if we didn't have this amount of BNB in the reservoir. So going back with a 137,000 K supply back on September 27th, and 202 drops in the reservoir, and a BNB price of 345, we would actually have a drip price of $2.53. So the reservoir is holding us up 3x, because we have 3x almost in circulating supply, and we have 3x of a drip price. So that is insane. So the reservoir is definitely doing its job. And then there's this one other piece up here, talks about the target of what the reservoir team put together. And this was outlined at a $30 drip. Basically get into this target with a 135,000 circulating supply. So if you take our current supply of 2x of that, and half of that BNB, then you still get that similar $7 price floor, right? Because this will be $30. You cut that in half due to having half of the BNB. So that would put it at $15. And you cut that in half again because we have twice as many circulating supply. You can find that out here when you do a hashtag floor target. This basically gives you a anchor to do a search in the chat. And then I already spoke to Lisandro, basically said the information is not up to date, but you can scroll through here and find one of the posts from him or her. Actually, don't know who this is, but they explain what this is. So the target of 1,026 drip or 15.3K BNB, and the expected price floor is about $34 with a $300 BNB price and a 135,000 circulating supply. So like I said, just simple math. We have little less than twice that amount. I'm sorry, 3 times that amount of circulating supply. No, yeah, 3 times that amount, right? Shit, so my math was off. I think we have 3 times that amount almost. Circulating supply right now is 341, yeah. So 3 times that would be like 390. So either way, the point is that us getting to 1,000 drops locked would be bullish. So another 7K of BNB added, and we're still sitting pretty low on the totem pole in regards to the amount of participants in the reservoir. So there's still room for people to get in and support this, and a lot more visibility needs to be placed on this. Because remember, whenever you put BNB in here, this is pretty much a low risk play, because yeah, you pay some taxes initially, but as you compound, you can get that back. And remember, you're paid out in BNB. So getting more people to support the reservoir, I mean, we have a fraction of the number of players in the reservoir that we have in drip. So I know that's just to a lack of awareness and people understanding how this works, but you can see right now where we're sitting at that the reservoir is holding us up. We will be a lot lower than this, and that's with a 137,000 circulating supply. And again, we have like 2.5x of that. So we would be sitting in like 70, 50 cents somewhere in there. Ridiculous. So point of this video, I think I've already hammered it home. Drip can never go to zero due to the fact that we have locked drops in the contract, and that hardens the price floor. And the more visibility and eyes we put on this, the more likely people are to utilize it. Granted, you can pull your BNB out of here, but the bulk of people, once they get in, they just leave it, and it's just a great place to park some BNB. And not financial advice, but definitely encourage everyone to do their share. I know I'm late on the rally for the event, but you can use this in the reservoir chat to see how much you should look to support. I'm below what I want. I think I haven't done one BNB yet. I think I had just under one BNB, but everybody can kind of try to meet these requirements, and that would definitely support the hardened floor of drip. So hope you found that valuable, and definitely take a look into the reservoir. Share that with your friends and other people that are in drip. 0.1 BNB is like 30 bucks. And remember, you're not losing it. So if you got BNB sitting in your wallet, aside from gas fees, great place to park it. All right, like and subscribe, you know the drill. Help a brother out, HBO special. And until next time, guys, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.